implications of communication technology on human relationship. I will explain to you in 4 main points. The first one, bringing people together. With the expansion of the internet and the birth of email systems, communication and social relationship took their first step towards a completely new era. The key problem that many individuals are facing were issues about communication 2 decades ago. We were all restricted to a narrow group of people we could communicate with. However, the growth of internet and the advent of email systems are making a first step into an entirely new age of communications and social ties. In recent years, both hardware and software tools have been built to improve our communication. We all are now bringing a small computer with us that can link us to a minimal cost to everyone around the world. We can now link and communicate with people within a matter of seconds through apps such as Facebook, Skype, WhatsApp, Instagram, Messenger, and Telegram. This development has opened the possibilities of meeting new people easily and exchanging experiences on a daily basis with people from around the world. Number 2, faster and easier communication. According to Wojcicki 2019, communication, transportation, and interactions with others are faster than ever before. With the advent of airplanes, trains, cars, and computer mobiles, messaging, and social media apps. These complicated things are not only faster but also more effective. In ancient times, traveling between one end of the globe to another would have consumed months, if not years, to reach anyone from the opposite side of the globe. The same things apply to communication, where nowadays we can send messages just one click away to anyone from anywhere around the world. These things can be accomplished in a day or minutes nowadays, making it such simpler and more effective to survive in the modern world. This is also supported by Dimitrijevic 2017, where he mentioned that when it comes to influential communities, the real change took place when forums become very popular. We are not only able to communicate with a person, but group conversations can now be formed in a message that can exchange with a large and small group of users. All of that has helped a circle of people to keep in contact and share their private happy moments in their lives without having to send it individually from one person to another. Number 3, communication technology often gives too much distractions. This is one of the bad part of communication technology that we are talking about. With the rise of people connecting through their phones and devices, it's easier to be distracted than to concentrate on communication. This may mean that surfing the web or using any application while having a video call or a phone call are being distracted by devices while you have in-person contact. Mobile phones and devices are enable people to remain linked even while they are away from their computers. Although this can be a huge advantage, particularly in emergency situations, it can also be a harmful diversion. Hundreds or if not thousands of people are injured every year in an accident involving a distracted driver, and messaging and mobile phones are few of the main sources of diversion behind the wheel. While it would only require a few moments for a driver to read or send a text messages, his car could fly on the road without his eyes focusing on the other cars or its surroundings. Point number 4. The gap of intimacy between people. Human interactions and relationships has thus largely decreased while intimacy and human-to-human interaction has been replaced with human-to-machine interactions. It would not be unusual for the people to choose instant messaging rather than meeting in person, or at least calling and therefore hearing other person's voice. It is also not unusual for the man to travel around or even sit with anyone with his head bowed to their digital devices without even saying a word or even realizing much about somebody else. Technology, however, has influenced some changes in human behavior by establishing an intimacy gap. This relationship between man and machines is not only likely increase at time when robots or artificial intelligence increasingly replace humans in the workplace. A 2014 Pew Research Center poll indicated that 1 in 4 cell phone owners is in a relationship or marriage found that their partner are too distracted with their cell phone. Almost 1 in 10 addresses that this disproportionate amount of time was spent on smartphones with a spouse. The survey revealed that so many disputes among couples could be linked to technical use, for instance, when to use an equipment and when to withhold. They also reported that young users are most likely, thanks to technology, to report both growing conflict and closer ties. Next, we are going to discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of using communication technology at workplace. Number 1, the advantages is encourage innovations and creativity. According to REMI 2013, employees may use various business technology to develop new business concepts that can be used for business development and expansions. Some businesses are creating communication technology challenges and rewarding their workers who use technology to create ideas and solutions towards their challenges. Employees can create new ideas through the use of communication technology. Internet technologies may be used by workers to support the companies, and it is also helped to encourage brainstorming on different problems of work. Employees may use the internet and communication technology to find new ways to promote an online business. Employees may also use virtual corporate networks such as Yammer.com to socialize and interact with other creative individuals to share their knowledge and to activate the brainstorm on a range of work issues. Communication technologies leads to a new creative concept that leads the industry. It contributes to company development and growth. Creative and innovation are a bounty for company growth and technology. Number 2, the advantages are helping in creating mobility at work. Technology such as communication technology helps in reducing the time and space constraints. The technology has simplified the workers' lives because they can keep their job under control. The technology saves time and lets the workers to remain in charge of the mobility. The technical instruments help to save time since technical equipment can be used for meetings. This is supported by REMI 2013, where he mentioned that this versatility puts workers in charge of their careers and staff can work from wherever they want at any time. Technological resources like virtual meeting apps save us time. We don't really have to be at meeting physically, but information and data can be shared in real time. And then, according to a research by Wagner et al. 2004, the use of ICT at the workplace offers also possibilities to submit e-shopping orders, which can either be picked up on the way home or brought by a delivery service. This shows how much communication technology helps in improving the mobility at workplace and make it easier to do things in business. Next, point number 3, this is one of these advantages, which is diminish the lines between professional and personal time. If business are able to reach their staff at all hours of the day, they may be cutting into employees' personal time, which can lead to stress and frustration. Tools like smartphone, messaging apps, and video calling platforms make it easy to meet colleagues wherever at any time. Although this is an effective way to enhance performance, the imbalance between working and personal life can also cause a problem. Many people feel connected well to their jobs and work overtime at home. Another problem is that many employers expect their workers to respond immediately. In response, workers are obligated to respond to a fax, text, or email at home, or even WhatsApp messages nowadays. According to Ross 2018, 54% of workers reported working an average of 7 hours a week from home on top of their regular workload. This is supported by research done by Wickle 2015 that mentioned technology also means that our transition between work and life are becoming frequent and rapid. When we leave the workplace, we no longer switch from work. Instead, we go home and continuously turn back and forth between family and work positions. Immerse ourselves in work-related social media even as we prepare dinner for our spouse. This shows how much the communication technologies are disrupting our works and personal life balance. And the last one, the disadvantages is communication technologies tend to make people lazy. Yes, lazy. We actively explore new ways of incorporating more than what we want into our days, without really needing to do something, so our lives become more and more effortless. Apart from taking bath and eating breakfast or dinner, we have significantly decreased the amount of resources to be used to do stuff physically. As technology automates most of our jobs, many staff are lazy at work, and technology also kills innovation and skills. In addition, the communication technology is also improving, where employees can request a data without even have to move around, or even they can have an online meeting without having to meet people in person with just one click away. Computers perform basic tasks such as the measurement of revenue and monitoring inventories, but you can find that workers are not working their minds since computer or machines does so without any difficulty. They cannot solve high-end business problems. So that's all from me. Thank you very much.